morning, Zionsville.
Good morning, team. It's 9 o'clock or a little past, and we have a quorum. We'll call to order the November 18th, 2025 meeting of the Zionsville Redevelopment Commission. We'll start with, as we always do, our consent agenda items, monthly report, TIF report, approval and adoption of the meeting minutes from October 28th, and the claims for approval. Any questions or discussion on the consent agenda items? All right, seeing none, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Second. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. All right, now we'll have the director's report.
I was just going to give one quick update for the good of the order. Intelligent Living Solutions for Lot 9 will be having a groundbreaking. We're still finalizing the weather that it would have today. I think it's going to continue throughout some of the week, so it may slide into next week. I'll let the board know, but excited to have that groundbreaking for a homegrown business that's going to be in Creekside Corporate Park. And again, I should have information on an exact date here soon.
Great. Yeah, let us know. Thank you. All right, next, old business. Any old business to discuss?
None.
All right, moving on. New business. First item is the Creekside Corporate Park Lot 1 term sheet. I believe we are going to hold that for the next meeting.
That's correct. I think negotiations and discussions are continuing,
Not
so
ready.
hold that.
Okay.
That's correct.
Great.
Do we need to make a formal motion?
Yeah, you can motion to table.
Okay. I would, Mr. President, I would make a motion that we table Creekside Corporate Park Lot 1 term sheet until next month's meeting. Second.
Need a motion and second on tabling the Creekside Corporate Park Lot 1 term sheet. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. All right, next is our annual TIF report.
Yes, I have Tim Berry here from Crow to provide our annual TIF report.
Good morning.
Morning.
You should have in your packets the presentation as well. We will go through the presentation. This is a required presentation based upon IC code. This is our annual presentation to give long-standing impact to overlapping taxing units. We begin with an overview of the allocation areas on page 6. What is important to note here is the coming expiration date of the Zionsville EDA. Currently, that is set to expire May 8th of 2030. And as you will see later on in the report, the majority of the revenues of the RDC come from the Zionsville EDA. So that will be important to note as we are planning into the future for the Redevelopment Commission. On here, it provides each of the data points for both the declaration resolutions, the amendments, and the base date of the established TIF allocation areas, along with their established expiration dates for those that do have an expiration date. If there is not debt outstanding, then there would not be an expiration date. And then page 7 concludes the additional allocation areas. We then go in showing historical perspective of revenues, of net assessed values and incremental assessed values in each of the allocation areas over time. We do not have the 25 pay 26 yet. Those will be determined once the tax rates are certified by DLGF later this year, and the county auditor certifies their abstract in March of next year. We'll be able to see. We will expect over time, over the next few years, the intent of the tax bill is to reduce net assessed values of, and when I say the tax bill, Senate Enrolled Act 1, is expected to reduce assessed values on residential property. We would anticipate, as a result of that, largely due to the high percentage of residential property in the town of Zionsville, increased tax rates to correspond with that over time, and that might generate additional revenues through the TIF as a result of that. Pittman Farms just coming online. And here is the five-year outlook. The yellow is seeing the large amount of revenues that come from the Zionsville EDA traditionally over time. We then have all of the outstanding debt of the town, of the RDC, I should say. We group it first, non-developer-backed debt, and then we have the developer-backed bonds based upon each of the allocation areas, and include as well in there the pledge amount and the pledge percent of revenues for each of those outstanding bonds. And with that, I would take any questions that you might have.
Thank you for the presentation, very detailed and helpful. This might be more for Justin, although Tim, feel free to weigh in. Should we start talking about planning the expiration of the Zionsville EDA and just strategize what's in the best interest for the town and the RDC relative to that sooner than later, or do we have enough time to hold off?
I mean, it's never too early to begin planning that out. We do for the town a 5-year outlook that will begin working into that 5-year outlook now as we're heading into that period of time. So I think it's probably appropriate that we incorporate that on this side as well. And we'll do that when we do our 5-year outlook in March of next year.
I was just going to add. I was going to make this comment if I didn't get the question, but I think Creekside will essentially be our much larger TIF area as we move forward. I mean, if you look at the 3 or 4 projects that are already in the pipeline between Center for Sight, Intelligent Living Solutions, Exclusive Auto Sport, and Kreider, that's between $40 and $50 million of construction we expect in the next 2 years, and then potentially, construction on Lot 3, and then full assessment of existing properties that I would imagine close to, also with the expiration of the increment split agreement with the Zionsville Community School Corporation, I could expect close to a replacement in increment that we see in the Zionsville TIF, the downtown TIF as it expires, and then the pretty significant growth of the Creekside TIF in the coming 5 years.
Any other questions for Mr. Berry?
Awesome.
Great. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Next item is the Redevelopment Commission 2026 budget approval. Deputy Mayor.
So we did a presentation on the budget at the last meeting. I don't know if you want to speak, Zach, to any technical corrections we made, but there's no material changes.
Yeah, you should have that in your materials. Nothing dramatically changed. We had some minor tweaks to basically align payment schedules more appropriately to be accurate with DLGF's requirements, specifically to our debt services for the 2 different bonds that we have being paid by the Zionsville TIF, but it's just clerical alterations to make it more in line. But no, there wasn't any substantive changes.
Any questions from commissioners on the budget? All right, seeing none, is there a motion to approve the 2026 RDC budget?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor of approving the Redevelopment Commission budget signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Next, we have the Redevelopment Commission 2026 spending plan approval.
So yes, this is a requirement of the Department of Local Government Finance. It essentially takes elements of the budget that are on the spending side of the ledger. We are required to submit this, and then if we do have material changes throughout the year, for example, if we decide to make a different investment of TIF funds, we can amend it and submit that to DLGF. So again, I think it just needs a simple approval today.
Questions or a motion to approve?
So moved.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor of approval of the Redevelopment Commission 2026 spending plan signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Moving on, other business, Finance Committee, looks like we only have one member here.
We did
Mr.
meet.
Ashelman?
Yep, we reviewed claims and discussed the budget again, but
Okay.
nothing else to report.
Great, thank you. Governance Committee, I don't believe we have an update, but I'll defer to the Vice President.
No new updates. We will be preparing in the coming weeks to talk about 2026 and our goals and objectives for 2026.
Exactly. Commissioner Vaughn, anything in the Zionsville CDC?
We convened on Friday. We have not convened since our last meeting, so no update.
Maybe next meeting you'll have an update for us then?
I will, yeah.
Great,
Thorough
thank you.
update.
Perfect, thank you.
Thorough update.
Any other items to discuss while we're here? If not, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carries. That's your meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Is there anything we need to sign?
Next meeting.
Zach?
There should be claims in there.
Yeah, oh, yeah, here,
That's the
it's
only thing
coming.
you should need to sign is claims.
Hey, you too. Thanks.